Hello and welcome to the Clever channel. I'm Jason, your host, and we're going to cook up some. What are we going to cook up? Steak and onions. I'm going to do this badly. As we know, I am not planning this at all. I even forgot to put the chat channel up. There, the chat channel's up. So, first thing I'm going to do for this is. Let's think. I'll wait a couple of minutes. I will wait for anybody to join before we start. I've got some steak here. And I've got some onions, some herbs, spices, whatever. I have got a pork cooked baguette cooking inside the oven. I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to fry some onions first. Onions go in first. These are just red onions that I had in the freezer. Have a little bit of olive oil. Not much, don't need much. Olive oil. Let's get rid of that. Don't go in my way. I won't hurt you. And this is what we're going to do. Just fry up a few onions. Add the steak in. I'll chop up the steak once it's in here. Once it starts to do what I need it to do. There's a couple of pieces of steak in there, I think, but I'm going to put them all in because why not? Take this. Ooh, I've got that. We can play this. Too hot on that. I'll turn it down to 8. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having quite a good day. Played some games, streamed some games. The dogs have been fed. The dogs have been crazy, as per usual. And we are generally just going to have a little bit of a cooking. This is what I will have for my tea. That's good like this. How nice the onions do. Onions always do. I like fried onions. Fried onions are good. Oh. Starting to get rid of the moisture. The doggies are being very good at the moment, not trying to climb up. So we've got just onions, nothing else. Moment. Yay. I'm not rushing this, but it doesn't take that long to make. Well, plate out behind me. I'm kind of focused. I'm in a bit of a quandary. I've got two choices. With the baguette, I can slice it horizontally and open it up and put stuff in. Or I can do it like a hot dog bun and slice it vertically down the centre and open it up like that and then fill it full of steak and onions. I think I'm going to do the vertical cut. I used to love making meals like this. Just put some fried onions in. I need to get some eggs in. Eggs don't agree with me too well, but I'd like See what I can do. Hmm. Put the three pieces of bacon there and get rid of it. Ta-da! Right. So we've got three pieces of bacon here. I'm going to turn this down one. This one is this is what I'm going to chop this in. It's tricky. Actually, no, we're going to need that. We're going to chop it in the old factory. This is the word. That's better. The slice will fit by bit. Oh, that's well done. Make it into smaller bits. Yes, I know I'm probably just slicing. I'm just slicing this with the wrong kind of knife, really. But that's okay. Bacon is lovely. You've got any bacon still in it, unfortunately. Right, let me take. Yeah. Nice. Oh, what we've got is I need to get these a lot smaller than this. A better knife somewhere, but I can't really get to it. Just slice up all the bits into smaller bits. Yeah, that's it. It's in a porter. Yeah, right on. It's going to keep doing there. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that's good. Really good. Yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah. So what we're doing is frying up some steak. This is not something I usually do. I don't usually have steak in like this. I'm probably making a lot of mistakes because once it looks nice, it's probably going to taste nice once it's done. You know, I've got an idea. No, don't want to do that. I'm actually thinking whether or not I could. I've got a little bit of gravy left in there from earlier. So the thought is, what if I was to put this in the Instapot with a little bit of spices and really, what I think putting this in the Instapot would work really well. So I've got some in there. I'm going to put some pepper in this ultimately as well. To turn this off, I'm going to add some cayenne pepper into this, not more, not more. I want to. I'm doing some paprika. It's going to go in here, and a little bit of mixed herbs. Nothing major. This is like on the fly idea. A little bit of water in the bottom. Don't need more. And I need my super gloves of doom and death and destruction. So this is going to turn into a just give me a sec to get that out. So, oh, look at that. That's cooked. The baguette is cooked. So, right, so, just right, so I'm going to close this, start it up, bingo. 11 minutes, and that'll be done. Cool. So I've turned it into a weirdness. So a bit longer than I would have normally done. So just turn this around this way. So it's in the Instapot now, and that's there. That's fun. Right. Now, this camera is going to be altered. Right, so. And I'm going to turn it round here while I talk to you all and do the dishes. Right. I need something important. I need that. I need to throw this away. Oops, baby. Picking the wrong thing. Okay. So I'll chat while I'm doing the dishes. I need to move this somewhere down there and just put some hot water in it. Okay, so I've done the equivalent of sauteing the meat with some onions on the stove, and then I put it inside the Instapot pressure cooker with some herbs, spices, and a little bit of gravy that I had left from earlier in the day, and I'm just going to let it do its thing. Put away. This is what Jason does sometimes, though. So I'm just going to do a few dishes while I talk. So this dish started out as I was just going to do an onion sandwich. That was my plan. That was all of my plan I had. But once I started doing it, I thought, what can I do to make to work this little while I've got left in the actual Instapot? Doing a few dishes that are left from earlier. I didn't plan this out very well. So anybody that's joined, we've just sauteed some steak and then put it in the actual Instapot. And I've cooked up a baguette. And so on, everything's working. Just doing a few dishes. Where's mine? That can just go on there like that. So feel free to ask me any questions. So that's just going in there. All is good. So Vida, what do you think of all the stuff going on at the moment to do with COVID-19 in the UK? I didn't ask what you thought of my videos that I did earlier. Exactly is my... Oh, it's over there my towel is. I always lose my towel. I don't know if you're still there, Vida. So the baguette that I'm going to put my thingy on is done. But let's wait for that to heat up a bit. So we cooked up some steak, well not cooked it up, sauteed it with some onions, and then put it inside the Instapot with some paprika, herbs, and generally just messing about. Nothing major, nothing planned. Plan these things. Yeah. Dirty. Yeah, well, what are you doing? Going in my pockets. Into the bear. I'm actually going to use it. Put nice brown into it. When you split this open, like so, like that, I will be able to fill that. Bring this over here. You can see the stuff going on here. Let me take this one first and there, that's better. You can see that. I've opened up this. Yeah. That'll be done in it. Yeah, I already played some earlier. Played some Long Dark earlier. Did at least an hour of the Long Dark, when I was playing earlier. And then I played some Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm going to play some Valhalla tonight, I think. How are you, Rage? So what we've got is some steak and onions that I sauteed and stuck into a gravy that I had. And I'm just going to let it cook for a little bit in the pressure cooker. Playing some WoW, yes. WoW is just a game that I've never been able to get back into or get into. I played it very, very little in my past. I'm going to sit here while I'm waiting. And I will... Let's move this over to there and this over to here. And I can sit here while we're waiting for the 11 minutes that the Instapot's going to take. I've gone through one of my phases today and yesterday where I've had this urge to play new games. And this is to do with my ADHD and that. I know what it is. It's my autism. It all just sort of kicks in, and now and then, once a month or once every couple of months, I will download a load of games that I used to play on my computer and I'll play them. I might only play 10 minutes or 15 minutes at the maximum of the games, and then I'll go back to my normal games. But if I don't do that, my brain will keep thinking about those games. So we're just waiting for that to finish. 10 minutes in the pressure cooker should be enough to finish off the steak. And then I'll just fill the baguette up with it and go and eat it. I'm buying a load of chicken stuff in the next shop I do, which is the 7th, on the 7th of November, no, December. Because I only do a cooking shop once a month. It's all I can afford to do. So I budget a month's worth of food. This is why usually by the end of the month, I'm just at the point of doing food that comes out the cupboard. Isn't that right, Bertie? It doesn't really matter to me. Come on out of the way, Bertie. Don't press up against stuff. I like these port cooked baguettes because they're pretty cheap and home cooked, home baked bread in that is gorgeous. And so this gives me the chance of keeping them frozen or keeping them in the cupboard for a long period of time and then just grab one, 10 minutes in the oven, and you've got a fresh, hot baguette. You do the same for buns. You can buy port cooked wraps and things like that. And you just finish them off at home. So, yeah, I used to have a bread maker, but when Paola got really ill, I got rid of it. I wish I'd never got rid of it. I don't need to butter that because the only reason I'm not buttering them is because I want all the gravy and that from the steak to soak into it completely. It's going to almost be turned into like a sloppy Joe. I'm going to pour the steak, onions, and the gravy over the top of it and inside it. 7 minutes. And there might even be some later on for the dogs. Let's see. This computer in here works pretty well for streaming. I mean, this is like my backup streaming section. I've got a streaming setup upstairs as well as my main one in the living room. These OBS cameras are pretty good. I'm using OBS plugin that allows you to use your phone camera as an actual stream camera. They're only 30 FPS. They're not brilliant for fast moving stuff, but the color quality for food streams is very good. Far better than a normal webcam. As you can see, the difference between the main camera here with me in, that's the cheap camera that's built into my laptop. The difference between the colours in that compared to the colours in the two phone cameras. Those 6 minutes until it's done. I'm really looking forward to Cyberpunk. I mean, it's on Tuesday. On Tuesday it'll be 10 days until Cyberpunk comes out. 5 minutes till this is done. So all I did with this was just sauteed some steak and onions on the hob. I could have done it. I mean, the whole point is the Instabot can saute as well, but it had a gravy in the bottom from earlier. Yeah, I don't think they can delay anymore because they've got the First of all, it's been released in lots of. If you don't go looking on YouTube unless you want spoilers, because they haven't time locked it. So there's people around the world who have been able to get hold of copies for the consoles mainly, and even though they're playing it without the day one patch, there is people who are playing the game at the moment out there. I'm avoiding looking at any cyberpunk stuff until it releases. So, yeah, yeah. There's people out there playing on the PS4 version and the PS5 version because it's out there already. People have been able to get copies somehow or other from the different stores. If you know a friend who's at a certain store, because all the stores have got the stock ready to release. I think the thing is, they wanted to do a worldwide release, so they are, and it's nice that everybody gets to play. Remember, we're all gamers. It doesn't matter whether you play on consoles or PC. You're still a gamer. If I play on a phone, I'm a gamer. I don't thingy any of this PC master race. It's bullshit. And I don't care if someone plays on Switch or games on any console. I'm fine with all that. We're all gamers. Oh yeah, they're not supposed to be playing it now, but the company hasn't time locked it. See, most releases on consoles are what we call time locked, which means it won't, even if you got hold of the DVD early to install on your computer, even if you got it early, you couldn't physically start the game up. But for some reason, most games are time locked. For some reason, this one isn't time locked. So people have managed to get hold of copies before the release date because it's releasing at the same time for everyone. That's just through friends and through. I know someone who owns a computer store and they've got 40 copies, and so they've given one copy of them, so they've gone home and installed it, and it's worked. So that's the only reason that's happened. It's nothing to. So CD Projekt Red didn't do anything wrong with that. But yeah, just don't go looking on YouTube or anything, or you'll see spoilers and that. But I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't mind waiting because I've got Valhalla and that to play till then. Right, that's going to beep in a minute. And then I'll open the thing up. And I'm going to put this out. I'll open up the doors to let the steam out. Hey, good dog, aren't you? There we go. Oh, it's ready. So I need to open the window. Open the back door. Dog is go outside. Yeah, I've got both consoles. I've got an Xbox. I've got a PS4. But I spend all my time on PC, so I'm not going to get an Xbox, the new Xbox, or the PS5. I might get the PS5 if the Persona 6 comes out. That would be the only reason I'd do it. I'm just waiting for 15. Come on, Belle, come in. Right. Okay. Back to thingy. I'm almost done. Yeah. If Persona 6 would get me to buy a PS5. Right. Now, we can seal that, can't we? There. There's some sweetcorn in that from the vegetables I had in there earlier. So, that is my meal for tonight. A steak, onions, and sweet corn, because it's sweet corn on there. Baguette. So, bye bye for now. This is Jason for the Quever channel. I'm going to go and eat that.